Hey yo, what's good fam? It's your guy Raymundo. Welcome back to the channel. Now that we have Venom in the back burner, we can move forward with... Wait, what do you mean Venom isn't done? I mean, isn't Tom Hardy, isn't he tired? Doesn't he want a break? I mean, he looks exhausted. It's not Tom Hardy, it's Agent Venom. You know what, that sounds pretty interesting. I mean, as long as we can keep Sony say what now? It's a Sony project that we have to look forward to. Well, in the words of the famous philosopher Mr. Ron Simmons,
Man, a few words. That pretty much says it all.
Why does Sony not like us? What did we ever do to you? All we want is good movies. That's it. Good movies. Is that too hard to ask, for crying out loud? Man, shout out to each one of my subscribers, man. I hope y'all are having a better day than me. Man, to all the newcomers, to everybody finding this video for the first time, man, welcome. Hope you're having the best of days. I get it. There's only so much that we can do. It's all fiction at the end of the day. But you know, the anticipation, it should be there, but it's honestly not. Yeah, man, if you are into entertainment shenanigans, man, consider clicking that like button, that subscribe button, notification button, all the buttons on the page that your little heart can desire. Just go ahead and click away, man. Let's get to it. Agent Venom. You know what? Y'all ever heard of that phrase, just because you can doesn't mean you should? I think that's the case with Sony. Just because Sony has the capabilities to do so, I don't think it's a case where they should take advantage of it. Like, you're not that cool kid that you think that you are. Like, all we want to do is support you, and in return we ask for good quality movies, and we don't get that, but yet you continue. Sony is like the equivalent of constipation. Like, it's just full of crap. And I don't think I'm the only one that thinks like this. I mean, a lot of people, they share the same view. Now, you'll have the outliers, you'll have the guys that'll just blow smoke, and they'll be like, oh man, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread, you know, so they can get the tickets to the premiere and all the little incentives. But I mean, just if you ask somebody who is a true fan, a movie connoisseur, like, they'll just say, like, the movies, they flat out suck. Yes, you can make your hundreds of millions, but the movies suck. They don't leave a legacy. Like, you know, I think it's an ego thing with Sony. You know, to me, Sony is like that guy in the movie, the one that kind of leads with his wallet, you know, the one that has the expensive car, all the girls, and he's a prick, he's a douchebag, and you know, he gets talked about behind his back, he gets talked about to his face, and he just kind of doesn't get it. Like, it's not clicking. And unfortunately, in the movie, sometimes they see the error in their ways, but I don't think that's the case with Sony. Like, I just feel like Sony's like, hey, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. This is brilliant. This is brilliant, Johnny. Great work. No, it's trash. It's basura. Like, you know, no me gusta. And Sony just doesn't get the picture that no one likes them. I mean, oh man, it's not our fault. It's all on Sony. It's Sony's attitude. It's Sony's ego towards putting out quality product, which they just don't know how to do, whether that's finding a director, whether that's making the editing make sense. Like, it's bad business. Agent Venom, I guess that's where we're at now. According to insider Daniel RPK, it appears that Sony is moving forward with the plans for Agent Venom. You know, they ended one era and gonna start another. Like, I don't think it's an era with the ERA. I think it's an ERROR. Like, it's a mistake waiting to happen. Now, I don't care how good you think your previews look. Craven, decent previews, but the track record that Sony holds, like, I'm not looking forward to this, like, at all. And that's a shame, because, you know, this is supposed to be something that's kind of like a reflection of your interpretation to bring these things to real life, so that, you know, we can see it from a different aspect versus just looking at it from the comics. And Sony they're terrible at that. Like, terrible. Like, there's no confidence in there to say that you can actually get it right, you know, in the direction of Agent Venom. I mean, where do you go? Do you bring in Flash? Do you go to Harry Osborn? Like, where do we go? I mean, it's obviously not going to be the Flash from the MCU, because, you know, he doesn't really fit the prototype. He has, you know, both of his legs. He's more of a comedic type character, but comedy, I wouldn't say, would be a strong point to be the lead to kind of push an entire movie around. Then you have the other two Flashes that we know of, the one from Tobey Maguire's universe and the other one from Andrew Garfield's. Like, the one from Andrew Garfield, I haven't seen him in any movie outside of that franchise per se. So, I mean, you know, there's that. But there was a bit of an Easter egg that they did have in The Last Dance, where there was a soldier that got his legs blown off. Or maybe the character himself is already introduced and we don't know yet. I mean, they didn't show us exactly, or at least I can't remember. But you know how the movies are. Yeah, legs got blown off in the battle, blase. Yeah, oh man, I'm not confident in what Sony can do. I don't think it's gonna be a solid project at all. I mean, not unless, you know, a miracle happens, which, I mean, hey, you know, y'all are just the two cool kids. Like, y'all don't really care to take in consideration. Maybe you just need new direction, new leadership when it comes to these things. Now, don't get me wrong, if it was an animated movie, I would be more confident, because I mean, what they've done with Miles Morales in Into the Spider-Verse, like, it's been nothing less of brilliant. Like, it's probably going to be one of the best trilogies out whenever part 3 comes out, if it comes out anytime soon, which it will. You know, I'm not going to rag on them too hard with that. But just, yeah, I would be more confident there. When it comes to live action, I am not confident in Sony putting out something that will be good. But maybe that's just me. Are you looking forward to Agent Venom, or are you just like, hey, you know what, I'm all venomed out? I am good. Let me know. Comment down below. Until next time, my name is Raymundo. This is Raymundo Speaks, your #1 spot for all your shenanigan and entertainment needs. Until next time, lock in, like the vid, subscribe, Lego.